So, just last week, as of when I'm filming this video, I got a brand new iPad 8th generation directly from Apple, as well as an Apple Pencil. I'm going to be talking about my initial impressions with this device, and talking about how it's useful. So I just got this in the mail last week, and you can tell it's directly from Apple because I got an engraving of my name there. Now you can see it. And I also got, obviously, the Smart Folio. So this is just the one that clips on with magnets like this. Oh, that's satisfying. And then over here, I have the Apple Pencil. This is the first generation one, unfortunately, because that's the only Apple Pencil model that is compatible with the entry-level iPad, which this one is. So of course, you still got that classic lightning connector in the iPad, weird looking thing. This is still really stupid. But anyway, I did choose this device for a reason. I'm gonna be talking about my initial impressions of using it, and then I'll have a separate video next week once I've used it a little more, talking about my top uses for this device. So obviously, the initial impressions of an iPad in 2021 are pretty good. I mean, clearly this device has been refined quite a bit. And I've been using iPads for 7 years now, starting with kind of the family iPad that we had lying around from 2014, the iPad 4. This is the iPad 8th generation. So some key highlights include the A12 Bionic chip inside, SoC, which is a huge uplift, might I add, from the A10 Fusion that was in the iPad 7th generation. You've got a 10.2 inch display, which is bigger than the standard 9.7 inches from previous years. So the bezels have been reduced slightly, but obviously are still present because this is a tablet. And then of course you've got iPadOS 14 on this guy right now, which will be going to iPadOS 15 later this year. We've seen all the new features at WWDC already. We're just waiting for the update to actually release in the fall. So currently I've got some of the widgets on the home screen on the iPad, but of course iPadOS 15 will allow these widgets to be anywhere on the home screen, similar to Android, not just in this sidebar that you can enable over here. And let me tell you, I really do like the battery widget, just so I can see the battery life of my AirPods and my Apple Pencil. So convenient. So I gotta be honest, I haven't used this guy a ton yet, but I have installed a bunch of applications just to run through all the gamut of tests and see what's going on with this device. And I am planning to use it for quite a lot of things, and I will go into that in next week's video, as I've talked about. But so far, what I've done is I've just been testing the Apple Pencil. Obviously, amazing stylus experience. The first generation, not as good as the second generation in terms of charging, obviously, or latency, but honestly, I'm not a professional sketching artist, so I really don't notice those sorts of kind of minute details. That's not something I pick up on. But what I have done is obviously I've gone into the Notes app and just started doodling with the Apple Pencil, signing my name, like this sort of thing. And it's really great. And I do plan to take notes with the Apple Pencil in the future. Something else I've done is I have installed Affinity Photo for iPad. You can see it right here. And this is going to be great for editing some photos with the Apple Pencil, which is an amazing experience, let me tell you. I've just done a couple of them already. So that did cost some money, $14 Canadian plus tax, but definitely worth it IMO. And yeah, other than that, just in terms of the options, this is the Wi-Fi only model that I have here, just because I don't need cellular. Like, I'm not gonna buy a separate cellular plan for an iPad. I know there's like dual things. So if I really do need data on this thing, I will just hotspot it through my phone. That's just kind of how I operate. And then this is actually the 32 gigabyte model, which I know would scare the crap out of some people, especially if I'm editing photos. But honestly, it's not that bad. I've installed I want to say 50 apps on this thing, and let me just check the iPad storage. I still have 9 gigabytes left. So honestly, I don't need all these apps. As a matter of fact, they're taking up the most space. You can see from the spread, red is apps. And 32 gigabytes, this is not my main device. A lot of people are talking about these days using an iPad as a computer. This is not for that. I have a computer, it's right over here. And this iPad is a secondary device. It's not my main machine, so I will not be keeping tons of files on here. And to be honest, if I'm editing photos on here or doing other work with PDFs or note-taking, that's probably just going to be, airdrop back to my MacBook back here for uploading to websites and things like that using an actual desktop browser. So in terms of the experience, I gotta say, it's been great. The iPads these days, so thin and light. Oh my goodness, they are beautiful machines. And I love it. It's really great to have around. Obviously, there's no place for the Apple Pencil to go, which is kind of annoying, but I am a pretty careful person with technology, so we'll see how that goes. And yeah, really love the iPad. There is a reason, believe it or not, why the iPad dominates in the tablet category. It's not even close. No one else has a product remotely as compelling as the iPad. And that's why Apple just kills it in this space. Tablets may be dying, but the iPad still got it. So those are my initial impressions of this. I would have done an unboxing, but it just was not possible with where I was at the time. So anyway, I have been traveling just a little bit. Of course, not very far because of COVID still, but anyway, back on topic, the iPad, amazing experience. Definitely check out my video next week where I'll be detailing my specific uses for this guy. And until then, get subscribed for all of my future upcoming videos, and also drop a like if you like this video. Thanks.